Is there anything better than a trip getting ready?
Nope.
For a long journey where our podcast released a new epi, searching for a fade fiend, new fixation. Giving this a subscribe is the same sensation. Started with the day ones, they gave us fuel to support the season. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here for a reason. Notification bells, text some friends, all to let you know. Check your Bluetooth, connect, talking with Janelle.
Episode 32, Ring the Bell with Janelle. Nelly, how are you doing this fine weekend?
I'm good. I'm having a great Sunday morning, so I'm doing good.
I want to get into something a little personal, a little hard hitting here. She didn't know this was going to happen, listeners. How much money you spend coming out of Black Friday? How much they get you for?
I think I did very, very, very well. For the kind of person that I am, that I do like to shop, I did very, very good. I think I spent $150, but two of those things were things that I just wanted. Other things that I bought were things that I needed. So I only spent like $150. So I'm very, very, very proud of myself because it could have gone completely left.
That sounds like you used a little restraint. Like you really sounded proud of yourself.
Yes.
So now it makes me ask again, in previous Black Fridays, girl, you don't spend a rent check or something? Like you don't hurt yourself in previous years?
Yes, because there's so many deals going on. And then think about that. You have Black Friday, then after that you have Cyber Monday. So it's just kind of like they're just throwing it at you. They're just tossing discounts and stuff at you. So what am I supposed to do with that? Avoid them?
No, you can't. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready and you gotta pounce.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few people, you know how like they can text you throughout the year and be like, oh, with 15% off now plus free shipping. Got that, bro. But when I look back at all the texts, man, you always send that on a holiday.
Right.
But
it's the same thing every year.
Or Cyber Monday, I noticed they ratcheted up and I prepared to texts. Yeah. So I got to jump.
Oh, yeah. On Cyber Monday, I think that's when I feel like, yes, with Black Friday, it's the same things every year. But then on Cyber Monday, like, okay, let's take an extra 10% off. Let's take an extra 20% off. So I definitely appreciate that for Cyber Monday. Like I'm looking at all the deals on Amazon.
Yeah, give me that extra. Give me a little bit of that extra. Yeah. Especially if it's going to cover some shipping or something. Because sometimes, man, I know stuff you got to pay to play. But if I feel like I do that math, or I see at the end that the amount of discount covered the shipping, I feel a lot better about myself.
Oh yeah. Like, okay, that kind of balances things out.
Yes. So in the preparation, since we're on the backside looking back at it, what'd you do for the Nam Yam Day? Did you throw a little something together? You went house hunting? Like you went to this house and that house? What'd you do?
I actually spent Thanksgiving by myself.
You're probably working out or something. That's what I think.
No, I did work out that morning. Yes, I did work out that morning, but I made my own little meal, and I pretty much chilled all day. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to just spend some time alone because I had to work the next day. So I figured, why not? Because going I would have to, and my mom was completely okay with this because she did not feel like cooking, but. I didn't want to have to drive an hour to my mom's house, hang out there, eat, and then have to drive an hour back and just try to prepare myself for the next day. So since I knew I had to work, I just chilled. That's all I did. Watch movies.
I love it. Hey, again, we personally, we all up in your business. Talk about some stuff. But any leftovers? Anything left up in there?
3 days is the max. So after the third day, we're pretty much done. We're done.
Now that may be a me thing. I might get a fourth or fifth day out. It depends on what it is.
That part.
Yam. If I got some yams left over, that's fourth or fifth day for me. I make my cranberry sauce from scratch. So if day 4 or 5 rolls around and I'm still putting some things together, I'm doing that. Oh, wait a minute. I try to get down with my mac and cheese. That might make a 4th or 5th day, but only because I'm like taking it to work. Like that's my meal prep.
Yeah. But you gotta think about the milk and the eggs in that and how long that lasts. And then like after a while, like turkey dries out. So
hold on. I gotta think about the milk and it. No, you think about the milk and I think about that. Don't try to change me. Nope, I don't care. Nah, I'll be all right. Hey, I said I'm taking it to work. So if that means I need an extended trip to the men's room while at work, that's their problem.
That's their problem. If they gotta smell that, that's their problem.
I'll be back. I'll be back. And I'm gone. And they see me when I come back. All right. So this is the last thing. Are you a live tree, an artificial tree, and is there a wreath on the door? Like how serious are you? There may even be lights around the house. Like, do you get into all of that?
I am a Grinch. I am not big Christmas person, only due to like being in the military and working retail. People tend to not just have any patience. They become different people during Christmas, and it just takes away from that holiday spirit. And every single year I tell myself, like, okay, maybe get a little tree. You can get you like a Charlie Brown tree and you'll be all right. You know, I think about stuff like that, or getting a wreath, or just even putting lights out, because I see the stuff and it's very pretty. Like I love going through neighborhoods and seeing the Christmas decorations, because people do still go all out for that. But me, no, I am a Grinch. I am such a Grinch. I'm just like, Christmas music. You know, I just think I'm just not really big into Christmas anymore.
Listeners, you're welcome. If y'all in her circle, I don't let you off the hook. That means you ain't got to get her a gift.
Oh, no.
What? Am I wrong?
No. I still, so since I am a shopper, I'm definitely a gift giver. Yes, so I don't mind going shopping for gifts, but it's just like the whole, you know, jingle bells and dashing through the snow. That's just not fun.
What's your gift wrapping game like? You nice with it?
Gift bag.
Very efficient, very smart. That's how I get down too. See, birds of a feather, we flock together. That's it.
Or Christmas cards with gift cards in them. I'm a gift card giver. Go get your own gift.
No doubt. You ain't even gotta, because honestly, what I'm saying is I value your judgment. I think you'll make yourself happy.
Yeah, you'll do way better than I would. Yes. So, you know, let's work that out.
I mean, it's honestly like, because a lot of people say, I'll take cash. A lot of people will say that, man, just give me cash. Well, boom, that's the gift card. I mean, because ain't nobody got no cash.
Yeah.
I need to know this right now. Janelle, how much cash you got on you right now? How much do you carry around with you?
None. I have changed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I'm old school. I used to have a little money clip. I went back to a wallet the last couple months. I'm walking around, about $45 on me.
Okay.
Because I come from a background, and I guess I'm showing my age here. A little bit of an old head. I want to be ready. I want to have them dollars. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, because that's 2 20s and a 5. Can anybody break that 20? I might be stuck.
Right. That part. That's always the bad part of being able, because once you break it, it's done. Like, yes, that $20 is spent.
I thought I was just like kind of out there because nobody has money anymore, and I'm weird. I keep it, and I'm gonna tell you this. I done had that 45 in there just because I just looked in it earlier this morning. It might have been there for like 2 months. I don't think I've touched it, used it, because I use my card for just about every transaction.
Yeah.
So it just sits there. I bet if I had 105 in there, I probably wouldn't even know it.
I'm the same. Money, if I have cash, it'll sit in my wallet for a while until I'm just like, okay, I'm somewhere. Let me just use this 20, and then after that, it's pretty much done in 30 minutes. That's when it's gone.
All right, I know you roll tight. Shout out to Kojak. Shout out to DJ Sins. You got a very nice circle. The people that I seen in your circle, they seem like a great group. I'm trying to be in that circle. I want to be at the top of the circle, not at the bottom. Because by then, The people at the bottom of the circle, when you get around to buying us gifts, ain't no money left. So put me at the top. When you start drawing the circle, I want to be like that first little tick.
That's the first. Okay, you want to be to the left.
Get the top billing. So there are 4 women friends. 40 years ago, they bought an apartment building together in Washington, D.C. for $75,000. Now they plan to sell that for well over $1 million. Oh, wait. $1 million. So my question to you is, when you go in, how do we know that we could keep this clique tight? Because don't somebody want to drop out? Like somebody was like, hey man, in 2015, hey, we could sell this for $700,000. And that's still more than the $75,000 they bought it for. But we all know, let's just hold it. Let's give another 6 to 8 years. How do we keep Mr. or Mrs. I got to get out now? How do we keep them in check?
Well, you know who your friends are, who your close friends are, and you know who you're going into business with. Especially if you've known, me and Kojak, we've known each other. I've known him since I was 14. I'm 41 now. So we've known each other for a very, very long time. So I know, and our friendship has been consistent. It hasn't been where, you fall off. You just have friends that you've been consistent with. You know what their lifestyle is. You know what their mindset is. So you know who you're going into business with when you do these things. Now, granted, they always say that you're not supposed to mix friendship and family with business, but sometimes in these instances, it does work out. It's just, knowing that you're able to have that communication, like, okay, you're wanting to sell. Let's all talk about it. Let's all, let's figure out why you want to sell. And then let's talk about why we should sell. And then, come together in that instance. Also, having a voting system, if 3 people say no and 1 person says yes, then, that just kind of how the cards will lay. So it's just, again, knowing who your friends are and knowing who the people that you're going into business with.
Now, I was going on to another topic, but I got to go back. So you got a friend, for some of our listeners, that not everybody's going to know you. You got a friend named Kojak. So by my math, you've known this dude for 27 years. He might have the nickname Kojak now, but what hairstyle did he have back then when you was 14? What was he working with?
Oh,
what did he have?
He had hair. I have pictures. I have proof. He had hair. He wasn't always bald. That just, as you get older, you start to gray, you start to lose. Yeah. Because I'm starting to catch it right here in the front, a bunch of grays and eyelashes. That almost, made me jump off the first floor balcony. I was like, where are these eyelashes coming from?
I follow you on social, and that was one of the best posts ever.
I swear.
I may have inappropriately commented on that post, but you didn't seem like you had attitude with me, so.
Nah, not at all. Yeah, it was like, where is this coming from? But he had hair back then. It wasn't a lot, but he had it.
So the gene it's your mother's father is the gene. So that's how you know what the hairline, what things is going to go. For me, I didn't meet my mother's father, so I didn't know. But now I don't really like. Matter of fact, I'm cutting all this stuff off today. This is a lot of hair for me, so it's going off today. I'm going back. I'll be mini Kojak because he's taller than me. It's all coming off today.
So are you normally bald and then you just grew it out, or
no, I
keep it bald?
I've been growing it, and then I get these habits where I just take it off, generally for the summer. I have gone through some hairstyles. I done had the comb over with the hard part. I do some things with the hair. I guess I'm an artist.
Oh yeah.
I got many looks, and
you're a chameleon.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
What? A chameleon changes. They change their color to adapt to their environment. Because of that, I want to talk to you about somebody who says they want to make a change. They want to be a chameleon, if you will. Megan Thee Stallion says she is turning over a new leaf and won't be a freak anymore.
I heard that.
Ma'am, I'd like for you to get in there first.
Okay. So to me, yes, I think that's a good thing. That means that she is thinking more, and I know people say this often, but she's probably just thinking more along the lines of protecting her peace. Maybe she has seen what the habit of giving herself to certain men has done to her mentally and physically, situations with Tori, and then now this whole, she was with another person publicly, and then they went and made a diss record about her. There's certain things that sometimes happen when, we are giving ourselves to somebody so freely. It does make for your mental health to decline sometimes. And I think that's a good thing for her to just kind of like take a step back and maybe get more in tune with herself and her needs and her wants, as far as, things that she wants from the next relationship, because things probably hasn't worked out for her being like that. And now she's in a place where she's just like, okay, maybe I need to chill and reflect. So I think that's a good thing. I think whatever you do that is good for your mental space and what's going to make you feel good, by all means do it. I'm not the kind of person that'll judge, because I'm going to do what I want to do that is going to protect me. So I expect that from, other people as well.
Do you think this had anything to do? I'll give you two examples. Mm-hmm. There was a prominent old school artist. She said that this era of hip hop is the prostitute era. She came out, said that publicly. And then there's a young man, D1 Music, who went at a bunch of artists. Rick Ross replied because he was talking about the content of our music. And he was saying, Rick Ross, plus others, why are y'all talking about violence and, selling drugs to our people and bringing us down, smoking people, killing people? And Rick Ross replied, and Rick Ross said, hey, man, I'm out here. I'm buying turkeys. I'm buying turkeys for people. I've been doing that for the last, since he became Rick Ross and made this money. It almost sounds like, Janelle, that he is a little defensive in that remark, Rick Ross, that is, saying, but I'm doing good also with the money I made from doing this. So I was just kind of curious if you thought maybe that was part of what she's saying too. She may want to turn over a new leaf of her music when she realizes we might have gone a little too far. I mean, it sounds like there's not going to be any more WAP. That might be part of where she's going.
Well, I mean, I think that if you are an artist, you do need to grow, and you can't. And in that instance, yes, people definitely will get tired of hearing the same lyrics about, oh, my vagina is this, my vagina is that. And the same with like the selling drugs and things like that. You definitely get tired of hearing the same things over and over and over in music, because everybody is pretty much saying and doing the same thing right now.
Yes.
And then there's nothing is different. I don't listen to a lot of new music because of the fact that it is the same thing. And I do get that a lot of our old school rappers, they talked about selling drugs and things like that. But some of them, with a majority of them, that pretty much was the life that they were living and the things that they were seeing on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
Now, I wanted to comment on what you were saying about this is like songs today. She said that like it sounds like prostitution.
Yes.
We are definitely, me and you are definitely around the same age. So we came from an era where when you like somebody, y'all would date, and then next thing you know, y'all go together real bad. And then, you talked on the phone, you saw each other, it was never, oh, I'm not doing this for him, or I'm not doing this for her. It was just like, I like you, you like me, we go steady, yes. That's just how it went. Now, yes, it is a little transactional. Because it's just kind of like, well, I'm not spending money on her unless she's giving something to me sexually, or I'm not going to give him anything sexually unless he's spending this type of money on me. So it just, that's definitely, and then you hear these things in these songs, and it's reaching out to our youth. And now this is where we're at as far as, it is definitely a prostitution era, and it's a prostitution era, not just on the women's side, on the men's side too, so.
Yes.
Everybody involved is is wrong to me, you know.
I mean, when you think of Luda and he says, I got O's.
Mm-hmm.
There's O's in different area codes.
Right.
How many times has a brother said, oh yeah, well, you know, I got this thing, I got a stable from. Technically, bro, you are O too.
Right.
I don't know why you don't think you literally just told us you got a stable full, and that's been glorified. And I thought that we got to a point where it was okay for ladies to say the same thing, that yeah, I'm dating, I'm not exclusive, I'm dating here, and there. In my opinion, it gets to a point where it is explicit. It's all explicit. Is it catchy? Yes. Are some of the beats fire? Some of them are.
Well, yeah.
Some of the melodies, I mean, they really work. But I like where you went with it. It's about growth. And if it's time to move on, it's time to move on. It's okay. There's levels to this. You started here, and then you're going here.
And if you're a good artist, if you're talented and you have a very strong fan base, then you will be able to transition from talking about one thing to the next. And that's how I see it. If you're talented and you have, you know, that wordplay as a rapper, a singer, then you should be able to just transition and move on. You see it all the time. You see it with Pink. Yes. Pink was pretty much, she came out, she was R&B.
Yes, you know,
she started off R&B, and then the next thing you know, she's heavy rock. And Pink was talented, or is talented enough to have made that transition, and nobody blinked. So I think it's okay to stop talking about the same things over and over again, and just, you know, have some growth in your music.
So Andre 3000 made a switch.
Yeah.
And I'd be curious of your opinion. I'll just preface it by saying he said, man, I'm a 48-year-old dad, and don't nobody want to hear me talking about that. Right. So what say you about his transition and his new music in the same context?
I'm always going to be a fan of Andre 3000. I think the album is dope. It's music that I do listen to. I like jazz. I like, you know, instrumentals. I like things like that. So I didn't think anything of it. And he's correct. He's 48 years old. What could he be talking about in his lyrics that young people would understand today? He's a storyteller. The same thing with Nas. Nas doesn't talk about the same things he talked about from Illmatic and, you know, things like that. He has transitioned and started talking about different things. He's still a storyteller, but I think Nas is 50 or going on 50, and he is still rapping about things, but he's rapping about things like, you know, businesses and things that he's going through right now. But so I think Andre, you know, he's correct in that. And I think that is very smart in him to say, like, hey, I shouldn't be out here, because not everybody's going to receive it well, you know. Not everybody's going to receive it well. These young folks listen to something totally different than what we were listening to when we were listening to Andre.
Indeed. Although I hit some young bucks with some stuff the other day, and you know, I like when I hit them with something. And I do a lot of youth sports coaching, but when I hit them with something, they're like, "Oh, what is that?" So, do you know the song by Special Ed, "The Mission"?
Yeah, I think I've heard it.
Yeah. We're on a mission. That was a shock to them. It's a storyteller, and the imagery. So, you know, there's a little bit of history, and I know sometimes we say things are cyclical. Bell bottoms were in the 70s, and then they came back for a time, and I bet they're gonna come back again. I think that is where we're at. At some point, you might get their attention. They are going one direction with their music, but you might be able to grab them with something else. But generally, you ain't gonna catch them with that old school stuff.
Oh no, not at all. No.
Okay. What comedian Tiffany Haddish is facing a DUI charge in Beverly Hills after she allegedly fell asleep behind the wheel. Man, they got the video. They got her in cuffs.
I saw that.
She done been having a hard time, man. At Williams and them Kevin Hart had to come to her back. Kat went at her, said she wasn't talented. People giving her a hard time because, who she married. This is popping off. What say you about celebrities? And we hear about this a lot with the celebrities because, it gets the clicks.
Right.
How does that hit you when you hear that?
About her, like, getting her DUI and the things that you said about her. I feel like, so I totally get where Tiffany's downfall started was with the whole, getting the case against her with, doing the skit with the kids and everything. So that was definitely a downfall for her. And you really haven't seen a lot of her since. I believe I'm not a big fan of Tiffany Haddish at all. Okay. I really don't find her funny, but I don't find a lot of new comedians funny. I'm definitely an old school girl, but I don't think she's funny. But again, as a Black woman, you do want to give her some type of support. Yes. And I think sometimes her antics and things that she does when she's out and in public, like the whole thing with Shakira and I think it was at the Grammys or something like that. It was just like, sometimes it's just a little too much. Like, sometimes just show up and you can still be your funny self and be your authentic self. But, so just learn where there's certain boundaries. I hate the DUI happened to her. I think that's crazy, but that's also, you're a grown woman. You should know better than to do that.
I went to the squad. I want to go back to you. We started this episode by talking about you and your clique, how y'all are clique tight. I'm gonna say she's not out partying by herself. I mean, I don't know the full background. She's out with the squad. They knew she was inebriated. They let her walk to her car. Mm-hmm. No one thought to call her an Uber or something to get her home. What does that also say about our network? Because I hear a lot of people getting this, and a lot of times we don't step up. Or would you step up? Would you tell me, Donato, you don't have a little too much, bro? Is that what you do or not do? Just curious.
Oh yeah, you know what? The thing with me and my friends, my whole group of friends, if we know that we're in a setting where we're going to be drinking, we watch each other. Of course, we're old, so everybody likes to drink water, take their BC powder before having a few drinks. So, also we all know our limits. However, there might be some times where we might turn up just a little bit, and it is put out there, hey, the guest room is in there. That's where you're going to sleep. I remember me, Kojak, and a friend of ours, we had all went out and we had been drinking. It was just three of us. We were outside. It had been a while since we all had been together. And Kojak told us, there was no debate. He was like, y'all are sleeping upstairs in the 2 guest bedroom. And that was the end of that. Like, I'm not going home. That's where you're staying. So, but you can tell somebody and you brought them to the nail for it. But if they're ready to go, there's really nothing that you can do about that. So she could have been like, I'm good, I'm fine. I'm not drunk and I'm going home, and you can only do so much to stop somebody.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Tennessee State Band recently performed in Chicago at the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Mm-hmm. That was the first historically Black college university band to do so. Here's the thing though, Janelle. They stopped so them drum majors could do their thing, and officials wanted them to keep it moving, but they said, "Nah, we right here, we making this stand. We about to play this entire song, and we'll move when we ready. There's a dance routine. Like, we gotta get this all in right now. Shouldn't they have known that? did they just learn the lesson? Like you didn't research HBCU bands, like you didn't know what you was getting into.
Right. Like, honey, this is a show. Like, they are going to put on a show. And granted, other bands do too. You know, they do their little thing. But HBCU, especially them being the first Black band to perform they were going to show out. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to act like y'all know Black people.
In Chicago, they drove up or flew up from Tennessee. They made a trip. That's their first time in the fourth largest city in America. They have to show out.
Right. This is the first time anybody probably in some of these people's family have been on TV or had this type of opportunity. And they're going to show them like, hey, this is what we're all about. You see the videos all the time on social media. I love HBCU bands. I would love to see that live and in color. But yeah, they should have known that they were going to show out and they were going to do their own thing. And what are you going to do about it?
They didn't do nothing. All I saw was the guy in the little reflective parking attendant vest, and he was like, "Hey, moving along." You know, he's gesturing. Ain't nobody paying him no mind.
They out there jigging. They out there getting it.
They ain't paying you enough, so you you're doing too much for the $12 an hour you getting here.
That's right.
Pay vest on. All right, I'm gonna come to something a little different here. When we have Thanksgiving that you and I just walked out of, why do those toddler parents be walking into Thanksgiving like they ain't nervous when they got they no nap, overstimulated, sugar rushed toddler in a house that ain't child proofed? Come on. I know somebody now be careful what you say. Some of your friends are going to be listening in and they got the kids, but talk to me though.
Because, you know, this is why I always say people will bring their kids around people that they know, like they're going to look out, you know, they're going to be like, they're going to tell their kid, hey, get off of that. Stop, get down off of that. So I think sometimes people my kid will tire themselves out or somebody is going to take care of them.
Yes.
Especially when you're around family. Ain't nobody gonna let anything bad happen to your kids, especially running around the house. Somebody is gonna tell that baby to sit down.
Janelle, I'm glad you went that way because I'm going the other way. Janelle, you know you ain't single. Look, you ain't single, and if you there with your significant other, you got that on lock already. When you first of all, you bring them around family, y'all done had a couple babies. I'm gonna say whether there's a ring on it or not, y'all together. Yeah. You don't get to flop around there getting up in everybody's face like you single and ready to mingle. Nah, you better keep an eye on them kids. Yeah. Because they can't be breaking stuff, man. Man, I was in Africa. Janelle, you been to Africa yet?
No.
So if I bring back a piece from Africa and that old Bebe's kid go over there and break it, what we doing then? They gotta watch their kids. You gotta keep an eye on that kid. You don't get to just say, I'm good. Everything's bumper protected up in this crib. Am I too far off the rails?
So no, so you know that my business is in weddings and I do wedding coordination and things like that. So I'm a firm believer of people not having children at their weddings. I'm just a huge advocate for that, only because like I was telling you before, people will bring their kids because they feel like they're amongst friends and family and they know that, okay, I'm in this space. Somebody's going to watch my child. So there's been so many weddings where I've just seen parents just let their kids just run amok. They're just letting them do whatever. They're touching stuff. They're on stuff. I remember this wedding, it had a fountain and it was outside and the venue manager kept telling the kids, you can't be on the fountain. And this little girl told her that her dad told her that she could.
Oh my God.
So it's just like situations like that. I'm just like, no, and it's okay. And I tell couples that I work with, like, it's okay to put in your invitation that there are no kids allowed. Yes. You know, I did a wedding where the lady she got a babysitter. Because she had a big extravagant wedding and she did not want any kids messing that up. So she rented out a whole room, hired a babysitter, and that's where all the kids were the whole night. You saw them.
I don't understand this part that there's a bar, adults are drinking, name any other environment where adults are taking shots in a celebratory manner and kids are there, because somebody getting S-word faced. I don't understand it. Why you would even think it's okay to have. Look, I understand what some people are thinking. Oh no, it's a big event. There's family in there. I want my kids to see it. But nah, I don't think
it's a time and place. A time and place for children, and sometimes that right there just isn't the time or the place.
So maybe they're at the wedding, but they can't be at the reception. No.
And you know what? Even at weddings, I seen where a baby, actually a toddler, was screaming.
No.
And the common sense thing would to be, okay, my child is screaming through these vows. Let me take my child out. This lady sat there. And the wedding coordinator had to tell her, like, hey, let's take the baby outside. She just sat there, like, just holding a struggling baby because she wanted to still see it. And that baby, screamed.
No, it's a once in a lifetime event. There ain't no takebacks. We can't redo that.
No.
And you got to excuse yourself. That you got to take one for the team.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's tough.
It was bad. It was bad.
I might have had, because I didn't, but I know some people spend a lot of money on their weddings. Mm-hmm. That thing better go off perfect. I got problems for you if that's you and your kid later on. All my little videos, all the audio, you done messed it up. The people around you ain't enjoying themselves. They can't hear. I hand wrote these vows. Like there's some drop.
This there. Yeah.
Janelle, I knew that you had this, and I don't mind. We can do a shout out. We're not sponsored by your people, your organization that you run, but I did some pretty good vows. Wife and I, we did something small, but I don't remember them, and I know she don't remember hers. Is that all right?
That's okay.
Okay. I know we're supposed to still have it memorized.
As long as you meant it when you said it. That's all that matters.
It was legit. Like she knew, I knew, and I don't know where it's at. I might have wrote it on a napkin. I don't know. Okay, I just was kind of curious. Hey, don't tell wifey I asked you that.
Hey,
you don't listen to my podcast anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know?
Nah, she don't. She might cut it on, play it in the background. But you know what? I also jokingly say that to others. You can like, subscribe, download, and put it in the background. I don't really care. Just let me know you thinking about me. You trying to support.
On that part.
Have you ever been to Connecticut?
No.
Okay. It's known as the Nutmeg State. Does that entice you to go anymore? No. Okay, it should. If I told you that it was the richest state in the union, would that entice you to go?
No, because am I getting some of that money?
No, you ain't getting the money. No, you ain't getting none of that.
Oh, then yeah.
No, they don't do nothing. They don't. No. They wouldn't even want you to come give a Texas flavor wedding. They'd be like, "You from where?" No, we good. We do this Connecticut style.
If I was getting money, then yes.
A bear ended up in a Connecticut household on Wednesday, ending up in the kitchen stealing some lasagna. In the video, I watched the video. He knew where he was going. He went to that fridge. He opened that fridge, and you know how you kind of stand there like, man, what am I gonna get?
What I got a taste for?
So they got some gazpacho over there. When I go, and then he got in there in that lasagna like Garfield. Now, do you want to go to Connecticut? That you hear that?
No. No.
What happens? Like, what do? You come downstairs, and you see a bear in your house. What do you do? Do you leave the house? Do you scream?
No, I'm going back upstairs and act like I didn't see it. We're just gonna act like that. That's not going on. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back upstairs. And I'm just gonna act like that's not something that I'm gonna call somebody. Yeah, but maybe I don't know. I'm probably just gonna pretend like I didn't see. I'm gonna hope that he didn't see me. I'm just gonna go back upstairs. Okay, and that's that.
Eating up all your bomb lasagna.
For real, that's yours, baby. You can have that. You can have whatever you want. The house is yours.
I know you played a little tackle football. Come on, Janelle. I bet you got a bayonet strapped to your leg right now. You sure you want to clench it between your teeth, jump on its back, and get you a bearskin rug? You seem like the type.
You know how Miss will say, if you see me fighting the bear, help the bear. No, please help me. Help me. I'm not equipped to take on big black bears because I've heard some stories.
Hey man, you know how like earlier I was trying to get in your circle? I don't think I can make it in a circle, especially when you want me to jump in and help. I gotta be the person sitting there holding the phone, recording you, so that later on for posterity, people are like, why didn't he just sit there and record instead of helping her?
Did you see Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes, ma'am.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I gotta get in there. But look, can I set it down, keep recording, and then just like in the middle of the fight, make sure me, you, and the bear still stay within frame? Is that all right? No? Okay.
No, please help me. Please help me.
I'm trying to talk my way out of the circle, man.
Yeah.
Or at least now I'm at the bottom of the circle.
Yeah, you're supposed to be helping me.
So Denzel Washington is going to play Hannibal Barca. That was the Carthaginian warrior who attacked Rome atop an elephant. You've heard of that in years past. You've heard of the stories, right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're in Rome and a brother come through, maybe not on a bear, but on an elephant. Do we even fight this dude? This first time you've seen an elephant, he coming in with some huge pachyderm with ivory tusks. At that point, Rome is yours, bro.
Pretty much. You can have it. You can have it. The elephants are very powerful animals. And we're good.
They ain't have no cars. Everybody ain't have guns. What you, a slingshot? You gonna get a baseball bat?
Right.
What you gonna do?
That's gonna be a great movie, though. I love that Denzel. I mean, I know he just did Equalizer 3 and everything, but I love that he is getting into his more of older playing roles. I think that's a good look for him. Like he's not trying to run around like an action figure, because I think in Equalizer 3 he sat down a lot. So I'm just great. I think that's a good look for him, that he's, because you see people like Sylvester Stallone and Steven Seagal, they still try to do like action movies and stuff. And I'm just like, sir, you're 80 years old. Relax.
We good. I don't even want to do it. Even if my stunt double looks like he could do it, y'all know I ain't doing that. No.
Right. Yeah. No.
When's the last time you've been to Vegas?
I've never been to Vegas.
Oh man, it's on your list though, right? Like you're interested or you're not?
I'm definitely interested in like a nice little just quick and turnaround weekend. I think.
Okay. Well, Usher there right now.
I know.
And Janelle, we were talking about earlier, and some people bringing their relationship thing around family for like the Thanksgiving meal. We were talking about maybe you take your relationship thing to a wedding. Are you supposed to take your relationship thing to an Usher concert right now? Because what he's doing in Vegas, he rolling up on the front rows and first couple rows. He done walked into, you can't hide. Like you say, I'm gonna go to the 5th or 6th row. I've seen him come up that way, and he's serenading ladies. And most recently, Janelle Monáe.
Hey, yes.
She was there for it.
Oh yeah.
What Usher doing? Why he breaking up homes?
I don't think he's necessarily breaking up homes, because Usher in a relationship himself. That's what people fail to realize. And also, Usher's an entertainer. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? This ain't his first rodeo. A lot of his concerts, he's like that. But Usher is an entertainer. So
Look at this face. I'm glad you think that because these ladies are melting. I don't think they know that. They ready to risk it all and they don't care about nothing else. But at that moment, Usher, go and give me the backstage patch now. I'm telling you.
They're all entertainers. So they're pretty much, I mean, yes, it is nice because Usher is fine. Don't let me hold you. Usher is very, very handsome man.
Yes.
And he can sing, like that just takes it over the top. And he's entertained, but all these people that he approaches are actresses and singers and rappers. They're entertainers too. So they're all just putting on a show, hoping that their next, they have their next viral moment that goes on the internet.
Okay. I'm gonna call you on that. All right. So I'm trying to. I know my ladies in the Usher, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to an Usher concert, but let's just say I'm going to a Janet Jackson concert, and she come down and she's singing to me, my lady, because what goes around comes around. I would have took her to Usher, but right now we taking me to Janet. Janet come down. She got the little neck. What was that thing? The little neck thing she used to wear. What's it called? Like the
choker.
The choker. She got the little choker, and she come down and she's singing "Anytime, Any Place" to Donato. So what you're saying is, I could get all into it, even if she jump on my lap, because it's just entertainment. Is that what you're saying?
It's just entertainment. So here's the thing about that. This is something that I've had this conversation with people before too, because especially women don't like men, like their man lusting or feeling separate way about celebrity women. Like I had a friend who used to get upset if her dude said anything about a celebrity woman. And my thing is this, it's all about action. Things can happen or you can interact with somebody, but if you're acting on it, like if you're like let's say after that little interaction with the lady and you're asking to take her back to the room or take her backstage, then that's when you're wrong. But
let me stop you there. She's asking me to go backstage. I'm not asking her.
But here's the thing. Nobody ever said anything when Janet was doing it on stage. I just seen that clip of that video the other day, the very first time when she climbed on top of that dude like a spider monkey.
Yes.
Ain't nobody say nothing about that because it's Janet, But I think Usher being a menace.
Listeners, did y'all just see what happened? We all want to be in you need a friend like Janelle. Janelle, I just made an absurd statement that Janet Jackson's asking me, and I think you laughed with me and not at me. You're a good person, Janelle. You see this? You really could have gone in on me. you could have threw me under the bus and backed it up and forward and back and forward. But I appreciate that. I appreciate you letting me live in my own little world there.
It's all about how your actions are. If you can sit there like a grown, respectable man and not lose your mind and be like, oh my God, But sometimes, hey, things trigger different people, different triggers for different people.
Yes.
That might trigger, hey, I am going to try to shoot my shot at Janet. And it's going to be like, baby, you about to get your feelings hurt.
There's a little bit of evidence going around on social media, some research that says children get their peak oxytocin from playing with their dad and their peak oxytocin from cuddles and kisses with their moms. Moms, I hope this makes you feel better if your children want to play with their dad more than they do you. But when they're hurt, they come to mommy for comfort. And that's peak oxytocin. How should moms feel with this little bit of research that's out there?
I think that's a good thing. Your mom, you run to your mom for comfort. And that's like something when that starts from birth. So when you're hurting, when you are hungry, who's the first person that's going to come to you is your mother. Your mother is going to reach out to you and is going to, come to you instantly. When it's time to play and do like the fun stuff, then that's when, not saying that there aren't moms that are fun and that can give you that balance of comfort and fun. But when you think of dad, you think of fun. Like, oh, when I go to, if let's say, you know, the parents are separated. Ooh, when I go to daddy's house, I'm about to have a ball. I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm going to go to bed when I want to. Because sometimes with dads, some dads don't have those, you know, strict rules. They're just, they just want to have fun with their kid too, you know?
Well, sorry.
No, I said, I think that's a good thing.
Well, I was going to finish that, and this is our last topic, but I was going to finish that with some people are doing a lot of reading into Northwest, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's. When she goes to spend time with dad, she says that she likes his apartment in Los Angeles versus the mansion she's living in. And then people are also going a step further to look at the dynamics. There's a picture going around social media where all the kids are kind of hanging over and kind of clawing all onto him, and she's standing by herself. So there's always that dynamic too, where technically he's the fun when they come over to his apartment. When Northwest goes over there, he's about having fun, and there's the difference, right?
And then also, the kids are probably with him 20, like at least 6 days out the week or whatever. I don't know what their you know dynamic is as far as custody goes. So of course, when they see their dad, they're probably going to be all over him because hell, she sees them all the time. Yes. So they're used to seeing her. When they do see him, it is a treat. I don't think that I saw that picture too, and I hated the comments. Oh, they like him better than her. They probably hadn't seen him in a few days. They're with their mother every single day. And I think that people always try to say that Kim uses a lot of nannies and things like that. Well, once she has the money to do so, she does a lot to make, you know, to build her, to keep her brand and build her brand. But you do see her with her children. So I don't know. I think that they haven't seen her dad in a few days. They're probably going to cling to them. If I hadn't seen my dad in X amount of time, I've seen my mom 24/7. Yeah, I'm gonna be all over my dad.
Can I go a little further on that then? I was talking to my wife the other day, and I said, I respect Kim Kardashian and what she does. She's a billionaire. To your point, she's got a brand. And kudos to her. What she's doing with the Skims, now that the NBA is using her brand, the Skims. I've been seeing the commercials, the advertisements. It's legit, and she is broke off. That's generational wealth.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
I mean, so she's but when Northwest, who is heavy into social media, wants to do these challenges and these dances, Kim is there for it, and she's doing it.
Yeah.
Because the one I showed my wife, I forwarded to her. I said, yo, Kim looks amazing. Yeah. They were doing transitions. I don't know if you saw that. But they were doing transitions, and I was just like, I forgot. Kim is fine. Like, her body looks amazing. She had a nice tight little ponytail right behind little bun. And I was just like, Kim, you out here making the rest of us parents want to go work out, and I mean, you holding it together nicely, mama. But yeah, because she's Kim Kardashian. She got brand. Yeah.
She has money
like that.
So their show that's on Hulu. Sometimes I watch it so I can take a nap.
Nothing wrong.
I'm not a big TV watcher. I just need stuff in the background to just have background noise.
Yes.
But she was saying something on there that she tries to do different things with each child, like to spend quality time with them. So on this particular episode, Saint's really into soccer. So she flew him and a bunch of his friends and their moms to a soccer game in London, and did like a bunch of stuff with them so that way they could have that whole experience. Yeah. And I was like, even though like every parent maybe cannot do things on that large of a scale, she did something for her son that she knew that he would enjoy and that he would like, and made him happy, because he was happy. Like he was like, this is the best time I ever had. And I think she does like the TikToks with North, because that's what North does. North does the TikTok. She's a 11, 12-year-old girl in a TikTok era. And a lot of people were trying to say that, Kim was just doing that to do it for attention. But she's been doing it with North. And, you know, Kim don't dance. Kim is not that. Right. She's not that type of woman. But the fact of the matter is she's doing this for her child. Yes. And I think that shows a lot.
Yeah. Because, you know, look, I'm stepping all over what you just said. Because I am a dancer. And look, you know you ain't no dancer. You shouldn't even be moving. There's some people. Sometimes I wish I could just look at them and like, stop, just stop, because you're more distracting because you can't. But she is outside of her lane. I respect as a mom from what I see. Of course, I can't see behind closed doors, but I respect what she's doing because again, she's a big bad CEO, billionaire, shot caller, and she's putting herself out there to amuse her kids. And Northwest looks very happy to be doing it. And that's what it's about. That's what it's
about. She's making her daughter happy, and that's it.
Janelle, we just rang the bell. I love it. Thank you for coming on. I look with the first one, I was beaming. I just had other people booked, and I couldn't wait to get back around. And again, we're gonna have you back until you tell us you done. We're just getting invites. Whenever the calendars match up, we would love to have you back. I know the listeners are enjoying this. I get great comments, and I do like when people tell me stuff like, "Hey, I liked that person," and I try not to go too into it because I have some regular guests, and I don't want it to be like, man, people like you more than anyone else, Janelle. Like, I don't want to ever say that.
I mean, it's a strong possibility that might happen.
A lot of I said something off air, and I would that can be followed with fact. But let's just say the listeners, your circle, people ain't in your circle, people that just stumble across us, they enjoy it. I enjoy you most importantly. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for always thinking of me.
Oh no, it's a pleasure. Yo, look at what we just did for these last 56 minutes. And then I think, man, we had about a 10-minute warm-up before this. If that wasn't so personal, I probably would have tried to get that on for the listeners too. But I want to go out. I want everyone to like, subscribe. I sometimes I hate to say that, but you kind of got to remind people to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But Janelle, please don't hurt yourself on Cyber Monday. Phone a friend. I don't want you to Tiffany Haddish, because if you're by yourself and them fingers start to tapping on, if you're ordering from your phone or on this computer, phone a friend.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good. I don't think I need anything. I'm trying to tell myself that, but we'll see how Monday goes.
Because it looks like it's a nice house where you live in, and if you spin up that rent check, I got a garage for you. All these other rooms is taken.
For real, I listen. My mama, she has a spare room for me. I tell her all the time, or ask all the time, can I come back home, please? It's hard out here.
I like to make fun of that generation, but I'm a little jealous. Janelle, let me just ask you this last thing. Okay. This is just bonus content for our listeners. Some might always turn this off. I grew up in the era 12 Play came out by R. Kelly, and I know you may feel a certain way about him with the stuff we know now, but just bear with me on the fact that 12 Play came out when I was, air quotes, a man. Mm-hmm. I can't live in my mama's house when you got 12 Play at your disposal as brand new material.
Right.
I had just learned what satin sheets were. Nah, man, I can't. Nope. Can't be in my mama's house. Nah. So that's kudos to them.
Yeah.
Because they clearly have more restraint. And I don't believe R&B is dead, but it was just a different time. We were the 90s R&B slow jams. It was a thing.
It was a thing. It was totally different from what we listen to now. There's no. That's a whole nother podcast. We talk about.
We may have to do that one.
Okay. Okay.
Have a great day. Thanks for coming on.
Of course. Thank you so much.
We'll see you.
Bye.